Last episode, we held our own against Arsenal and took down Newport County to move on to the next round of the FA Cup. Hey, welcome back. Respect to Jeff here with Season 2, Episode 9 of this West Ham career. This is a huge one, guys. We come towards the end of December now, which will bring us through the January window. We will start and finish the window in this episode, so stay tuned for important updates. And also be sure to check the link in the description I put here after the episode is finished. I have the most up-to-date squad file, so you guys can go in and check out the team in full detail. For those of you who saw the post earlier in the week, if you didn't, be sure to go check that out. Like I said, after this episode, it has all the players, their stats, even their potentials and stuff, so you can get a full view of the squad as it stands at the end of the January window here, and hopefully stay more informed with the rest of this career. So with that, we'll get back into the games. We got a double coming up at you with Rochdale and then Rotherham. Alright, so the first game was a home match against Rochdale under a snowy pitch. It was Rochdale who had some chances here early in the match. David Martin stepping up, always good coming off the bench to save us in important games here. Headed away and back to the top of the box, shot coming in, and some last-ditch blocks back in our direction. Hugill with the chance flicking it through for Xande Silva, can't quite get it to his feet. And Silva would have a chance later on in the match, getting in behind here, and he sets up our star striker for the perfect chance through on goal. Great save to keep the scoreline level. This time Noble with an outrageous bicycle kick from outside the box. It's going to have to be something special to beat the keeper from there, and it just didn't have that finishing touch. Good effort from the captain, though. Next chance, second half. Tavares coming in behind, and he slams that one home. 65 minutes in, we find ourselves behind. And to be honest, we hadn't made that many clear-cut chances either, but this time around, Lance Alexander dancing inside on his strong foot absolutely belts that into the top corner. Exactly what we needed here from Big Lance. And we draw level 1-1. Chance coming in from Rochdale, though. Played in behind, cut out by Bennett. Really well done from our young center back. And played all the way through now. Lance Alexander, the beautiful vision to find Cullen. He is through on goal now. Sprinting through almost one-on-one with the keeper, and he finishes it for a second. How about that from the center mid? The team really starting to kick into gear here late in the match. Finding Lance Alexander in the middle once again, lays it off for Jordan Hugill. Touch into the box, has a shot blocked, but the follow-up is put in. 3-1 in the dying seconds of the game here. We leave it to late, but it does come. 3 more points, and we continue our march towards the top of the table. Really well done from the entire squad in this one. And Hugo with another goal. Next match, it was Rotherham United at home at Brisbane Road. Once again, we look to continue our winning run here and solidify ourselves up towards the top of the table. Ball over the top for Holland running in behind. The tricky feet of our winger, dancing inside. So slick on the ball. No direct options ahead of him. Picks out Haksabanovic. He's looking to get a ball through. Can't quite find his way, but it's been a good start from the team. A lot of possession. Noble picking out Johnson this time, who whips one into the back post for Holland. Puts it home, but he's just offsides. Really close call, but good vision from the right back to pick that pass out. Shot coming in towards the hands of David Martin, getting some minutes after he was voicing that he was unhappy with his lack of playing time so far, and he's definitely stood up to the task. Jordan Hugill laying that one off for Lance Alexander. How about that? Completely unselfish for the striker, and that just shows why he is the complete package. Lays it back off for Alexander, and the two of them linking up for yet another beautiful goal. This time a bike coming in at our end. Martin away, the defender away, and then into the back of the net. Regardless, Rotherham push on and continue to be a nuisance on our end. We go into halftime level, although Holland giving it his all just before the whistle, charging forwards into the edge of the box here. Tries to get a ball in, but with no options ahead of him, opts to go for goal himself. Not far off at all, inches wide of the post, but it wasn't enough to find the back of the net. He continues to get a little better every game, still a lot of areas to improve upon, but he's definitely a big talent for the future. Second half, Hugo laying it back off for Alexander. How off the post. That definitely should have been a goal, but we continue to create chances regardless. Holland again with the tricky footwork. A definite penalty should have been given there. Beat the first man, went around the second, and was taken down, but no call given. A little harsh, I think. Hugo rolling his man, and again tries to get that shot off. Good defending, Rotherham hanging on. Attack after attack headed in their direction. Hugill for Alexander this time. Point blank toe poke at the keeper. can't separate the sides. Nathan Holland again getting the better of their left back. And still going, tries to lay that one off for Alexander, can't get it through. And in the end, Rotherham hang on for a 1-1 tie. 2 points dropped for us. And that's going to be a disappointing one. We threw everything he had at him and just couldn't separate. All right, well, another break in league action here. We're back to the FA Cup against Sunderland. Martin more happy with his minutes. I'm glad to see him happy. He means a lot to this team. And we are entering the January transfer window now. I'm going to try to sort out some contracts before we go any further. Holland is one that I want here for the significant future, and he's happy to stay as a rotation player for now. I think he's still going to get the majority of minutes, but the lower we can rate some of these people, the better for us. Then we won't have to worry about game time in the future. In the meantime, I'm going to try to loan out some of the youngsters. I think Correa and Palacios, probably Rosa and Anang while we're at it. We'll see if we can get them some minutes out on loan because they're not getting much in the first team right now. And in terms of the 4 players we have in the youth squad right now, I do think, like I said earlier, Cabrera is probably the pick of the bunch. No need to promote him just yet, but we do have one more youth spot this season to make use of, so we'll keep an eye on that. So we're going to rotate the squad as usual here in the FA Cup. It's Palacios back into the starting 11 for this one, as long as he's not loaned out. So some fresh faces, and let's get to it. So here we go, back in the FA Cup. We face off against Sunderland, who we took on twice in preseason, beat them both times if I remember correctly. So we have a good track record against the championship side, but none of that means anything for tonight's match. We still have to get out there and get another win. In behind, it's Lyndon Gooch, chipping it over the head of Johnson. That is a fantastic pass. Bennett out there to knock that ball out of play. The 6'4" center back making a nuisance of himself. He's a hard player to get that ball over. Archie Hall charging forwards. Oh, good vision. Picks out the run of Correa, and he's all the way out there. Almost beats the goalkeeper to it, but it's a really good move. In through again. This time it's Garmston running onto it. He's got a man ahead of him. Jakubiak tries to get the deft touch through. Archie Hall again charging forward. So much energy up and down the pitch. That's a terrible challenge coming in. And fortunately for us, it leaves Sunderland a man down. Red card. How about that? Good stuff. Sunderland actually picking up play a little bit here since that red card. They hang on till halftime. Still 0-0. No one yet to find the back of the net. But I hope we push on in the second half. In behind for Garmston again, using his pace to get in behind. Really special player, Garmston. So much pace on him. A little bit clumsy on the ball. But he sets that up perfectly for Jakubiak, who finishes. Well, he continues to impress us in cup games, Jakubiak. He has been an amazing loan signing. And I think we might want to take him on for next year. Garmston again charging down the wings. Jakubiak picks him out in behind, continuing his great run. Can he do this again, trying to lay it off? And this time it's out. Top of the box for Johnson. Jakubiak step overs. Cutting inside. Oh, and that is an even better goal. The second for Jakubiak. And that's as good as they come. A complete solo effort there. Cutting inside, beats his man perfectly, and slams it home. I'm starting to think we have a really good player on our hands here with Jakubiak. I think he solidified himself. Power. Garmston trying to close down. Top of the box. Shot from distance. Martin stays on his toes and sees that wide. Well done from the keeper. Jakubiak. Palacios. Boateng. Jakubiak again. Cutting inside on a hat trick, and he completes it. Absolutely class performance from someone who's turning out to be a really key performer for this squad in some of these cup games. 3 more goals to his name. 92nd minute. Jakubiak, oh, brilliant skill to beat his man. Doesn't matter though, the whistle blows, and he leads us to a victory, almost single-handedly, 3-0, and a deserved Man of the Match award for Alex Jakubiak. Great stuff from him, and really solid performance from the whole team as well. All right, well, in between games here, we got a transfer offer in for Alays. That is just not going to happen right now. We don't have much room to sell any of the starting 11 here. A couple of loan offers coming in as well. Correa, the first up. We're going to go ahead and loan him out for sure. Palacios as well was the next one to receive an offer. We took that. And then the third coming in for our backup goalkeeper, Anang. The trio of them going out to get some experience. Hopefully they can come back and be bigger players in the squad in their return. But we get back to games. So we had a trio of league games up here. It was Burton Albion up first as our first competition, and we tried to continue our winning ways here. Hugill laying a ball off for Lance Alexander in the box, and the goalkeeper makes an outstanding save. I thought that was going to be a goal. Alexander trying to dance his way through the defense. Holland picks it up, cutting back inside. Still Holland a little too much on the ball, but that's what we've come to know and love from him. A very tricky winger indeed. Boateng laying one up. Noble. Hugill turning his man and has a shot again. Outstanding save from the keeper. He is doing everything he can to keep them in this game despite our best efforts. But Alays puts that one into the back of the net off a corner. It's not often that you see our defenders score goals, but he did this time around. Burton Albion with a rare look at goal. Trot with a very unconventional save, and we barely get things out from the back, but we do so eventually. We were in control for most of the rest of the match here. Lance Alexander trying to find a way through. Clever footwork, and he's brought down at the edge of the box, winning a free kick as usual. It was Mark Noble to take it, trying to dip one down under the bar. Hits it really well off the post and back out. How close were we to a second there? Sande Silva later in the match flying into a nasty challenge there. Red card. The referees this season have been really, really strict. I think it's with the new gameplay realism mod, but I love everything else about it. So no worries there. But down a man, we continue to hold on here. Lance Alexander trying to get through for another chance, cutting inside with some of his signature quick touches, and it was eventually Boateng to finish it off for a second. We left it too late, but we definitely secured our victory at that point, and we grabbed 3 important points. Next up, it was Shrewsbury back in front of the home fans at Brisbane Road. That last one actually took us up into 4th place. We took over Leyton Orient. We're on 55 points now, and things are really looking up for us this season. So it was us who had possession to start. Wearing the away kits, there was no clash in colors. And Jakubiak getting an early involvement here. He continues to impress me, laying it off through for Alexander, who tries to flick it up a little too much there. I try to score some pretty goals, but I think I probably could have done better to just shoot it there. Hugill turning his man in the box, has a shot again. The goalkeeper down to make the save. We still can't get ourselves in front, but it wasn't for a lack of trying. Hugill finally ends that drought with a sort of an ugly goal, but it counts just the same. He stays tenacious, wins it off the defender, and puts it into the back of the net. Alexander continued the pressure, firing one wide, and it would be Shrewsbury who get a chance here coming in. Trot does really, really well to anticipate that one. It had me fooled even coming in. Haksabanovic plays through Alexander again, a total menace running past that back line. He lays it off. Haksabanovic, a clever link-up play there, and what a team goal. All 3 of those players linking up brilliantly, and it's Lance Alexander who finishes it off eventually. What a goal. Hugill with the outstanding flick behind his leg. Well, with that settled 2-0 up, we continue to put the pressure on in the second half. Jakubiak has a shot himself. Desperate for goals here. I think he really wants to impress being here on loan, but he doesn't need to prove himself that much. He's already a player that I like a lot. I think he's starting above Afolayan at this point. Although Afolayan coming on as a sub and trying to do something impressive here, but he loses out on the ball twice. Just can't seem to make it happen this season. I think he's got a lot of potential, but I just don't know how he fits into the squad. Shrewsbury in the 91st minute there, grab 1 goal back. With that, it's a little closer than we'd like, but we do still manage to hang on and grab a win that solidifies our position in 4th place. Next matchup against Swindon Town. This was a big one. It's a rival we had from last season. They're struggling a bit this year, but Hugill trying to break the deadlock early on, can't quite get the shot off, but we continue trying. Lance Alexander laying it off for Cullen, running in behind, and he slots that one into the bottom corner. Outstanding once again from the central midfielder. Alexander doing what he does best, cutting inside on his strong foot and wide of the post again. I'm telling you, if this guy can finish a little better, he's going to be an absolute world beater, doing all the right things. Just his finishing a little off at times. So we take it into halftime with a 1-0 lead. Second half, Hugill on the charge, and he plays through a beauty of a pass in behind for Nathan Holland, using his pace brilliantly. Centers that one for Alexander, and this time he makes no mistake, grabs us a second goal. Brilliant finish. Unfortunately, Swindon Town been one of the kicking bags of this league. We continued to mount pressure here. Alexander running in behind. Great save from the keeper. Denies us a third. Swindon Town starting to turn the tides just a little bit later in the match. It's Isgrove putting in a great ball. Headed away still. Bennett doing really well in that back line. He is an absolute wall. Although they continued lobbing balls in. Finally gets away through the feet of Archie Hall. But we did hang on a little bit there. Later in the match, Cullen setting it up for Alexander in the box, brought down. That's a terrible challenge from their captain. and it would win us a penalty kick with only minutes left in the match. Hugill stepping up to take it and grab another goal to his name, and he converts 3-0. What a win from West Ham United. Great stuff from the team, and we keep marching on in the league. How about these performances? All right, well, one of our players is injured here. It's Stephen Whitaker, going to be out for 5 days. Not too bad. He just picked up a knock in that last game, and that last win took us all the way up into 3rd place. We're doing really well at this point, guys. 30 games played. I think 16 left. I think there's 46 in League One. So just taking a look at what we've got here. A couple Youth Academy players. I've been talking about Cabrera for a while. I'm going to go ahead, pull the trigger, and just promote him to the first team. Definitely not ready to start yet, but he will get there. Tons of potential. So that's 3 for 1 in the buy a Chilean player option. We're getting there with the team goals. And we're also trying to find our promotion to the championship. We sit in 3rd, so that's definitely possible. Hopefully we can go on to do even better and maybe secure automatic promotion. So looking at these players here, Cabrera versus Hall. Cabrera's listed as a center back. A couple of you have commented though, and I agree. He definitely seems to be more of a center mid. He's a great passer. He's really solid technically, so he'll stay a center back for this season at least, but we might switch him around. Taking a look at his stats, he is super well-rounded. I boosted his height a little bit. He was 5'9" at first. I made him 5'11", and I also gave him this new in-game face. Again, not super happy with the thumbnail in the list, but I like the way he looks. He'll be the newest addition to this squad. And I think he's probably the highest potential player, too. I think his range was like 81 to 87, so he'll probably be somewhere in the middle of that. Could make him a really bright talent going forwards. So next up, we've got Crystal Palace in the FA Cup. We've been doing really well all the way to round 4 so far. A couple big names left in the competition, and this will not be an easy one, that's for sure. But I think we've got what it takes. We got a really good squad in front of us. So for this one, they're not quite the caliber of some of these other big teams that we faced. So I'm not going to go ahead and switch up the formation. We'll stay 3 at the back. Cabrera's going to get some minutes straight in here. I'm going to put him as a defensive mid. See how he holds his own there. A little bit of rotation, but not too much. Jakubiak and Hugill up top. Jakubiak deserves the minutes. And let's get to the game. All right, here we go against Crystal Palace in the Emirates FA Cup. We're at home this time, Brisbane Road. Are we able to pull off another upset here and continue our good run in this cup? Only time will tell, but we do have possession to start. And it's Kemp starting out there on the right-hand side. I'm still not exactly sure what to do with him, Dan Kemp. He's impressed me on and off. Not a super consistent player, but lots of room to grow. In behind. Garmston says, no way. Look at that sprint speed all the way back to catch it. The guy even had a head start on him. Really good stuff. Archie Hall directly over the top, looking for the feet of Hugill and Jakubiak. Both couldn't quite find him, but very direct play there. I like it. In behind, McTominay has a go. I'm not sure how they got him on the team.
Thank you.
Cabrera giving the ball away there. A little bit of nerves maybe on his debut here. It's all the way in behind now. I hope that's not directly responsible for a chance on goal here. Good defending in the end. Ball still finds its way in the box wide of the post, and that's poor. Cabrera getting himself back in this game since that early mistake. He definitely looks to have shored up a little bit. He's running the things from midfield now, looking pretty solid. And how about that for a pass? His distribution has been excellent. I think he's going to be a good player for us. Just needs a little bit of time to grow, maybe. Jakubiak with a chance in behind here. Great save from the keeper. That could have been a goal. McTominay. A lot of threatening balls coming in. Shot from outside the box. Not far off at all. Hugill. No clear-cut options ahead of him. Hugill lays it off for Hall. He lays it off for Boateng. Trying to find his way through. Jakubiak finishes the move. That is an outstanding team goal. Really good vision to pick out that final pass. And once again, Jakubiak, man of the moment, scoring for us. He seems to impress me every single time he's out there. I don't think he'll be starting over Alexander anytime soon, but he is a great option to have for these cup games. Really, really good player. Second half here, we still maintain our 1-0 lead. Crystal Palace with the ball here. Looking to get in behind. It's Schlupp playing a ball in through. Fantastic save from Nathan Trott to keep that one out. Now we play out from the back very nervously. Forwards again. Palace trying hard here to make something happen. Cardoso can't quite make the challenge. Laid off, and that's a goal. A well-deserved one at that. They've been playing really well. The tide has turned here. Palace really piling it on now, and we struggle to play out from the back. Although we do manage to get it away now. Can we get a counterattack going? No. Hall giving the ball away. Still a little dangerous. Under pressure. Schlupp from distance off the crossbar. We got away with that. Oh, man. Dan Kemp. Down the wings. Can he pick out the right pass? Good step overs. Rides out the challenge. Picks out Hall. Oh, great save from the keeper. That was our chance to put ourselves in front. Boateng finding himself all the way out on the wing. Centers it for Hall. Lays it off for Haksabanovic. One-on-one chance with the keeper, and he roofs it into the net. Well done. 2-1. 80 minutes played. That is fantastic counter-attacking stuff from our team. And we get ourselves back in front. Really well done from the team. Out wide with Holland. 87th minute. All we got to do now is hang on. Nathan Holland with some tricky footwork to retain possession. Just going to work it around a little bit. Boateng. Colin back over the top. Lovely stuff from the team. Holland takes a touch down to feet, and the move might be on. Dancing inside. Oh, and that is a beautiful solo goal. Nathan Holland doesn't get any better than that. 89 minutes played, and we take ourselves 2 in front and surely put the game to bed with that goal. It looked for a while there like we would have gone down. Palace really piled it on, but we came back in the end and made it count. Palace with maybe one last chance here. Definitely too late, though, for them to make a comeback. Cabrera calmly out of the back. The whistle blows, and we come away with yet another win. Who would have thought? We march on in the FA Cup, taking down Premier League teams left and right. A really, really deserved win. All right, well, we roll on with the season here. Another loan offer coming in for Rosa. Unfortunately, I would like to loan him out. He's not going to get a lot of minutes, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I don't think we got a lot of numbers back in the rest of the team, but we'll make do with what we got. If we got to call someone back from loan, we'll go ahead and do it. So we sit in 4th place still, 61 points. We're tied with Blackpool. We actually could go on to take 3rd place with a win here. We still have a game in hand, and let's get to it. Here we go against Wycombe, and hopefully we can continue our winning streak. In behind, Haksabanovic taking a touch. Oh, quick feet, fantastic stuff to ride that challenge out, looking for the header. Haksabanovic through again, gets his head up. He always plays those dangerous balls through, and he receives it. This time finds the feet of Hugill. One-on-one with the goalkeeper off the post, and the follow-up by Alexander. How unlucky is that? Over the top. Oh, really dangerous ball there. Whitaker straight in front of him. Chance opening up, centered, and a terrible pass at the end of the move. That should have been a goal from them. Another chance. Akinfenwa in the box. Oh, it's in the back of the net, but it's offsides. Won't count. Whew. Give and go. Hugill finds the pass somehow, and he's on the return. Charging through, it's Jordan Hugill. Can he get a shot off? No. Great block. Back heel and through again. This game has been end to end. Back to the top of the box, headed down again, and it's wide. Haksabanovic. Noble plays through Alexander. Chance to go for it himself. Oh, just wide. And again, his finishing lets him down. Noble. Alexander laying it off. Give and go. And back again. Oh, beautiful stuff. The opening goal of the game is a brilliant one. Jordan Hugill and Lance Alexander link up just like they've done all season long. Alexander, Hugill, again, the two of them. Oh, it was almost a second. Alexander couldn't finish. Noble over the top for Holland. Ball continues to run. He has a shot wide of the post. Can we hang on here for a win? Alexander cutting inside. Still going. Lance Alexander looks to have a shot, but it's blocked. Cleared away, but only as far as Holland settled back down for Cullen. Through again. Alexander takes a touchdown to feet. Can't quite get to it, but the whistle blows. We do come away with 3 points once again. A very close win. 1-0. Wycombe made it hard. It was an end-to-end match, like I said, but an exciting one in the end. All right, well, Rosa's been loaned out as well. We got a little bit of a loan army building here. It's a lot of players sending out, but we got 3 solid options coming off the bench here. And like I said, if we really need anyone back in the squad, we can recall them from loan. I think we'll be all right. barring a bunch of injuries coming our way. So we march on for the rest of the season now. We're going to tear through the rest of this transfer window. We got no business left to take care of, so we're going to wind the clock down. No more offers coming in. So this is the squad as it stands. And guys, like I mentioned earlier in the episode, go check out the link in the description. You can see our squad all the way up to date as of right now. So you can take a look at all of the detailed stats about each player in the squad, and then give me your feedback on the next video about who you think should go or stay in the coming transfer windows. So that brings us to the end of this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please, as always, subscribe if you've been enjoying this content, and I'll be back soon with next episode. But until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.